want to portray that actor that knows God. Nollywood is saturated with all sorts of things. Why can't some of us be the difference? Why can't we make the difference? So I'm a Christian, I'm born again, I'm spirit-filled. Some people will see me and say, if this is what Christianity is like, then I'd love to be a Christian.
Fresh allegations of corruption and fraud has been leveled against the Honorable Minister of Interior.
Who are you in the pot of soup? You don't know the government, you talk anyhow. You come here, yellow monkey, you will go out as a black mosquito.
The man in you died the day you remain silent in the face of oppression.
Manga has been spreading lies and falsehood and propaganda against the government.
Come on, buddy. If he jam you, you go crush you.
My husband has only one enemy, and that is this government.
Then why did you come to us to help you?
You pick all these things with me.
I mean, they talk to.
Don't let me come out your head with battle me.
You see this okomoko way they do? Nine land me for this Kalakili Republic.
Hey, marks the beginning of the end of tyranny in this prison.
Our candidate is missing.
What are you looking for? You are going through our records.
You want to become president?
Yes, boy,
For inside prison.
This place is not a popularity contest.
I, Ibe Odogo Okoko of Kalakili Republic, nobody will ever overthrow. I believe you are under the illusion that you are better than any of the prisoners here.
Bloody criminals. Now for this prisoner, I go die all of them one by one.
I know be thief. I know be rogue.
Hi everyone, welcome to Wisdom for Exploit. I am your host, Bola Amure. Today I am delighted to have a wonderful guest with me. He is a Nollywood actor. Before I introduce my guest, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload new videos. Thank you. Yeah, my guest is Akume Akume. He is a Nollywood actor, North Central Nollywood ambassador, modelist, stylist, farmer, and businessman, married with children. Welcome to this talk show, Mr. Akume. How are you faring?
Thank you very much, Pastor. I'm very grateful. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Yeah, today's discussion is titled Beyond the Screen, Using Film to Inspire Faith. So my introduction question for you, Mr. Akume, the Nollywood ambassador himself. Please share your details about your history, including your education and experiences from your youth to the present state.
Thank you once again.
You're welcome.
My name is Akume, Nollywood actor. I'm the North Central Nollywood ambassador. I'm from Benue State. I'm T. With a very deep and diverse background. I've got Yoruba blood in me. I've got Calabar blood in me.
Wow.
It's vast. And then I started my primary school. No, I actually started my nursery kindergarten school. My kindergarten school was Miss Pottinger. I actually got my first admission ever into a kindergarten that was started by Miss Pottinger all the way from the UK. Yeah. She's an English woman who was married to a Nigerian and what happened to be my father's friend. I was among the first pupils in the crèche. I was barely 3 then. I was barely 3. My first admission kindergarten is Pottinger Kano. I went to Kano Capital. Then I also came in, my father being a policeman. We got transferred to Jos. I attended Corona Primary School, Jos, and then got transferred to Kaduna, where I attended Command Secondary School, Kaduna, Jos, the University of Jos, and I ended up with the NUJ, that is the Institute of Journalism. I didn't want to study law. My father insisted I studied law. So it was a tug of war. I switched theater and also journalism. And here I am today. Multitasking personality. I'm an actor. I'm a model. I was the face of Nigeria at 50. I am a model. I got into one of my biggest shows was Wazobia, where I ended up playing the Zoe guy on the fashion runway. So I'm a runway model. I am a commercial model, a farmer, and I do international business. I buy and sell. One has to do a lot of things.
That's a good one. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Mr. Akume. That's really good. I think you're a man with coat of many colors, like Joseph, isn't it? In the Bible. That's a good one. That's a very good one. So, yeah, what are your motivation for pursuing a career in acting? I know in your intro, you mentioned that your daddy wants you to study law, but you said you want to go into, acting. So what really motivates you to really say, okay, this is exactly what I want to do. I just don't want to become a lawyer.
It is something that was inside of me.
Cool.
From onset, I was geared towards artistry. I love to sing. I love to dance. I love to act from stage. From childhood, I'd been in the choir, I've been in the drama team. And like I say, it's a spiritual thing. If I listen to music, it does something to my soul. So I sing too. So it's something from childhood. It's innate. It's inside of me. It's an innate thing. It's something that's been inside of me from the word go.
So it's like a talent. Cool. That's a good one.
It's a gift, yeah. Talent is a gift, but it's something that it's beyond. To be an actor is beyond talent. You have to learn skill. You have to get the skills of acting. So the skills, but the talent is in it. It's been there.
Okay, that's cool. So what was your first movie? I know you said you appeared at you appeared on Wazobia as an artist. So what was your first movie ever as an actor?
My first movie ever professionally, when I got into acting, stage acting, like I said, I deviated from law to theater. And I always had this dream of, I want to be a screen actor. Right? It was a dream that now if I see young people having that dream, I like to help them achieve. I was always dreaming of God give me the opportunity to go into. I remember when I watched the first time I watched Living in Bondage. I was like, God, this is where I want to be. I watched Glamour Girls. God, this is where I want to be. So I've always dreamt of going further. Then one day, a friend of mine, his girlfriend, who is also a law student then, but knowing the kind of person I am and my dreams, she was not like, one day just came and said to me, Ahmed, 96 or so, yeah. There's an audition in NTA Jos. And it was like, I talked to the director, and he was like, I should invite you so you can come. And I went for the audition, and lo and behold, I got the lead role.
Wow.
Ever since then, so God has just been taking me. And then, it was after that period that I said, okay, let me go to Lagos. I go to Lagos. And when I got to Lagos, instead of acting, it was modeling that I clinched. The acting world was so it was very competitive, you come up an audition and you will see like thousands of people. It was nonsense to me. Have you tried modeling? Somebody just walked up to me and they said, I think you make a good model. Yeah. I can remember my first chaperone, Yinka. I call him my big bros. He was like, you make it. I mean, I was just one thin boy, you know. And that was I walking through the audition and they were casting for Wazobia. And they asked me, can you speak? You speak Hausa? I was like, yes. Like, are you Fulani? I said, not really. I'm T, but I've got some. They're like, okay. Walk, can you walk? I walked. And that was how I came to the role for a modeling job. But I wanted to be an actor, a model. Well, so after the MTA thing, I now came back. Come back to Jos. Came back to Jos, and more auditions here and there, and by God's grace. Okay.
Wow. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one. Your first movie was Wazobia.
That was not a movie actually. It was a TV. It was a television, like a TV program. Those are telefests.
Okay.
It was television, and it was actually a festival and like a competition for all NTAs. Right. So Plateau State did it that year, and I think we won that year.
Really?
Yeah.
1996.
96, yeah. 95, 96, yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, very long.
So, how many movies have you produced so far?
Personally, I don't like to term myself a producer. I produced like 3 or 4 movies, but I don't like to produce.
Okay.
Because people will see you as like, oh, because he's producing his movie, that's why they know him. If he doesn't produce the movie. So I want, and then if you become a producer, most producers become scared of you. They'll think, oh, this guy now produces his movie, you cannot pay him. So I don't like to be termed a producer. I've tried to make me an artistic director. I don't like to be called a director or an artistic director. I want to be known for my acting prowess. I want to be seen as an actor. Right? So if I begin to dabble into producing and I'm calling myself a producer, it will hinder my growth as an actor. And I want to get to the peak of my acting careers.
Okay.
So even when I produce movies, I don't put my name.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm saying this on public now.
You don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, let's go. Those ones are just our warm-up questions. So the main question for today is: people know Nollywood for its diverse storytelling. How has your faith shaped the types of story you want to tell or be part of?
Well, like I said, I'm not the producer. I'm more of an actor. So they bring me scripts. People turn down scripts. Yeah, I turn down scripts not because of my faith. I might turn down a script maybe because of the money. I might turn down a script maybe because the role they are giving me, I do not like that role, not because of my faith. But what I do as a Christian, I keep telling people, I think, as a Christian, we are all, I don't like to be called a Christian. I like to tell myself I'm a follower of Yeshua, right? But let's use the word Christian for this sake. As a Christian actor, what do I portray? The industry is filled with all sorts of people. They're like, everybody in the industry, in the movie world is crazy. We do all this, we do that. I want to portray that actor that knows God. It's not about the roles I play. Because some people like people who play certain roles, people begin to identify them with those characters. Well, I don't see it that way. I know people who play the roles of pastors in the movie every time. I know somebody that's always playing pastor, but he drinks and he smokes.
Really?
And I don't fault him. All right, but like, this guy is always gentle. Now they play pastor role, they think but in real life, he's not a pastor. So for me, what I do is I say, Nollywood is saturated with all sorts of things. Why can't some of us be the difference? Why can't we make the difference? So I'm a Christian, I'm born again, I'm spirit filled. I wear my earrings not because I love earrings, all right? But if I'm going to a place and I feel that this earring I'm wearing might affect somebody's opinion about me, especially when I want to relate on Christly issues with him or her, I might just take off an earring. All right? Okay. But this same earring has made some people believe that if Brother Akume, or I'm a deacon now in church.
Hey, that's good.
Deacon Akume can wear an earring and still be passionately loving Christ. Then I can be a Christian that way. You understand? Mm-hmm. So Nollywood is my pulpit preach as a Christian. Now, about the roles that I play, I do not turn down roles for religious or for my faith-based reason, right? I take roles, turn down roles, not because of my faith, because I hear people say I'm a Christian, I can't play the role of an armed robber. I'm a Christian, I can't play the role of same sex. I'm a Christian, I can't kiss. I'm a Christian. But for me, I would say I can play all those roles. What determines my turning it down is how far my director wants me to go.
Okay.
All right. I'm married. I will not just kiss any lady, but just because of a movie. But in movies, most times, what people see as kissing might not really be kissing. You understand? But there's some directors who I would say, okay, I want the real thing. And for me, I would say, director, this is how far I can go. I'm an actor. You give me a role of, say, somebody's playing the same sex character in the movie. There is a level that I can go with that role. But if you say, this movie, your father is angry that you have a same sex issue, I can play the role, but I will not do certain things. You understand me?
Okay.
You understand? So I don't know how some people say, okay, I can play an armed robber, but I cannot play a prostitute. Yeah, so I just, for me, I will like, what is the limit?
Yeah. Okay.
What limit of that role? You're playing so. What is the limit? You're going to be in bed with so actress. Of course, for you to look real, I have to be in bed. But nobody knows that I'm in my pajamas, or I can take off my top. You understand? But nothing is going on. We might not have too much contact. You understand? So I will say, whatever the role comes, I'll say, what is the limit? As a child of God, and again as a husband, and again as a father, because my I saw your father in this movie, he was doing like this. I know, so.
Yeah, that's a good one. So limits, you know your limits. So could you tell me about a time in Nollywood when your faith helped you through a challenge on a set or in your career?
In Nollywood, as in on a movie set, okay, I see people go like, the only thing I notice, like, people go like, wow, Akume is a Christian. First of all, some people actually, because I've done a lot of roles that are Muslim, Hausa guy. In fact, I don't know if I sent you latest movies. My two latest flicks, one is a movie and the other is, in fact, three. Right now,
most of your, you know what? Before you go on, most of your movie, you always play bad boys. You understand bad boys or more. Is it damn robber? Is it damn police with the wicked? Or wicked police or bad boy? Anyway, you've explained it that, as a Christian, when they give you, something, your streets to look into, there are some things, is a limit, boundaries. Let's just say the boundaries.
Challenges. Okay, people go like, Oh, Akumi, I thought you were a Muslim, right? Oh, I played roles where somebody would say, why is this guy who is a Christian playing this role? You know, our viewers do. In fact, I had a movie role, Chukwuemeka Mohammed. You can just go and Google the movie, Chukwuemeka Mohammed. The story was about a boy, a young guy whose father was a Muslim and his mother was a Christian. And decided to go and look for his father his mother left his father because she found out he was a Muslim. Now the movie came out. I was this boy in the movie. Chinwewa was my mother. Alhaji Suleiman Adara was my father. The movie shook Nigeria. Because first of all, I was a Christian playing a role. Why the movie titled Muhammad? You know, the Muslims don't play with that. So they had to screen the movie, 16 imams from Nigeria.
Wow.
Screen that movie. And again, me and my controversies, I always get controversial role. Of recent, I played the role of a terrorist, a bandit terrorist leader. And it also caused chaos, but right now it's going to be released. In fact, that one is actually going on Netflix, I hope.
What's it called?
A Journey to Martyrdom, but I think they're going to change the title.
Okay.
So those are the kind of challenges. And then I noticed one thing I believe God brought me to this industry is to minister to young people. Young people who look up to me. I want to be an actor. So I want to be an actor. I want to be like you and all of that. And then when they close to me, they find out that man, this guy is a Christian, he's spirit-filled, tongue-speaking, and we're if Christianity is like this, then I want to be a Christian. And that has been my testimony, that God has used me to minister to young people especially. Yeah, there this. And it's making us see, I know you know Ada.
Yeah.
And that's Sarah. We work together. We've been raising young people in the movie industry, doing Christian movies. I always tell people, I really don't believe in what they call Christian movies. I don't believe in doing faith-based movies. And even the so-called Nollywood movies, I can bet you that there are one or two that I've done that could pass for a faith-based movie. Yeah, I like movies. Yeah, like you say, I can play a bad boy in a movie, but I want to make sure that the end of that movie glorifies God. You understand?
Yeah.
The end of that movie glorifies God. Oh, this guy in this movie, he was a blood-sucking, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, wow. And she was justified in me.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. So, being a Nollywood actor, how do you balance your faith with fame and attention?
Again, you have to have your head on your shoulder. I tell people my most important company, my most important counterpart, my most important partner in my life. Can you guess?
Your most important partner.
My most important partner, my most important counterpart, my most important person in my life
is Jesus.
Yeah, maybe call it Jesus. Well, let's put it this way.
Because you say you are a deacon, that's why I said Jesus.
Important counterpart in my life that has helped me move and go and do things and do things is the Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit.
You see, when Jesus was leaving, when Yeshua was leaving, he said, when I go, I will send you a comforter, a teacher, a helper. He will teach you all things. So in my life, in my journey as an actor, the things that other people have encountered, the things that disrupted other people, I've encountered some that I have not had an issue because I have hope. He will minister to me. He will teach me. He will tell me step by step. So I've not had any of those issues that people will say, oh, these are the things that you go through in Hollywood. It's not like I don't encounter them, but I always overcome.
So you don't allow your fame to create attention out there.
I first of all see myself as a messenger. You see, this stardom thing, if you allow it to take over you, whether you like it or not, as whether you're a Christian or a pastor, once you have become a celebrity, even with pastors who are not even Nollywood actors, there's this thing that celebrity does to you. You have to, like I said, I have the Holy Spirit. He curtails me. Celebrity can make you, even as a pastor, you won't know when you start drinking wine and want to live the exotic life. Even as a pastor, forget actor, forget limelight. But something that limelight does to you, oh, I cannot fly normal. I cannot fly if it's not first class. I cannot do that. Yeah, celebrity life makes you have to streamline. You have to know what to do, where to go, how to behave in public. All right. But then it should not take over you. You understand? You won't say, okay, like I cannot buy a car on the road anyhow. Right? But then again, it should not make me become overtly proud and say, I cannot sit down with so people. You understand me? It's a balance. Balance it. You have to balance it. Some people go like, oh, I cannot wear this is so. I can only wear designers. I started wearing designers, and this is not pride. This is not pride. I started wearing designers even before I became an actor. Like I said, I do international business because my mother is an international businesswoman. I started shopping in Harrods. I knew about Shepherd Bush before I became an actor. When as a kid, I traveled. I stayed in Golders Green before I became an actor. So all that didn't get into my head because I'm not an actor. All right. Being an actor, I try to streamline myself and say, look, I am first a human being. First, Akume, son of so before I became a celebrity. But even before I became a celebrity, I had gotten a life that my mom will go, you will come back from Obodo you go today, and my mom will say, it's your turn to wash the toilet. You're going to wash the toilet. I come from we had house help, but yet the children, we worked the same work that the house help that they brought to help me. My mother will tell you that I brought my house help for myself to do the social thing for me, not for have to wash for you. My father was a police officer, a commissioner of police. Growing up, we had workers, but yet my father would say, do not wash their underwear. They will wash it themselves. So I've been able to balance life, even as a celebrity. There are things that make other people lose their minds. I don't. It will not make me lose my mind. Yes, I smoke. But even when I smoke, people did not know that I smoke. Did I ever drink? Yes, I drank. But even when I drank, people did not know. And then when I found Christ, it wasn't that I wasn't born again. Then I was born again. At least I knew God. I grew spiritually. And my spiritual growth is another story. I don't think we have the time for that.
Okay. Do you still drink now and smoke? Because majority of your of what you normally do on set is like like Omota, like I said, how did they even call Omota? You know that there was a clip I watched that you were following like these Agberu boys and all that stuff. And you had a deadlock or something like that. Dreadlock, sorry. You had a dreadlock.
Yes.
So when you do those when you act or play those roles, do you smoke or drink?
Okay. A role comes to me and the director says, Akume, you have to smoke in this. I will look at it. This movie, how important is this smoking in this movie is? If it's very important, yes, I would light the cigarette. I will tell the director, I might not be able to inhale, and I need to do this thing to look real. So I tell myself, how many puffs will I take? I did not stop smoking because I'm a Christian only. I stopped smoking for health reasons.
Okay.
I stopped drinking for health reasons. That's why I say it's a long story.
Okay.
I do not believe that smoking as a Christian is a sin. But if I would smoke and it will make somebody feel like, oh, Akume is a Christian, I didn't expect him to smoke, I will not do it. But if you ask me, is smoking a sin? I will tell you no. But that's a story for another day. Well, like I said, I stopped smoking because of health issues.
Okay.
And my health issue is a testimony of its own. I was almost going to have an open head surgery because they thought I had the enemy said I had a brain tumor, I had a brain aneurysm. I was going to have an open head surgery. I don't know about it. And I spoke to God. I went into a covenant with God. And if you heal me, that's why till today, nothing can turn my faith from Christ.
Hallelujah.
I have a personal relationship. I tell people, my being a Christian, my being a born-again Christian, my being a follower of Yeshua, it's not because my father is a Christian, because I was born into a Christian home. No. I have, my conviction is a personal thing. God healed me. God healed me. I was going to have an open head surgery. I have what they call multiple myeloma. Disease that happens to 1 out of 1,000 people. I think this is the first time I'm doing this an interview that I'm spilling it out like this. When I started traveling abroad, it wasn't because of business. Traveling also to see doctors. I started having bone issues. Ada knows about it. Her parents were praying for me.
Wow.
Church were praying for me. It was as if I was going to
go.
I went for a test. They were testing and they said myeloma. Even the doctors, in fact, when I take my results to some doctors, they go like myeloma. They have to browse. Then it was not just myeloma, it was multiple myeloma. And it happens to 1 out of every 1,000 people, and they have to be people from their 70s. It doesn't happen to young people. And how did I get it? Only God knows. I believe God wanted to create a testimony for me out of that test. Out of that mess, God brought out a message. Out of the pains, God brought out prosperity. I started traveling, going from one doctor to the other. One day, and then after that, one day I just started having one headache. My head was pounding like I was going to give up the ghost. It was everywhere. It gulped millions of my money. For me to have survived life. It was as if I was not going to act. The people were like, where have you been? I've not seen you act in a while. But I came back with full force. I tell people, I tell my pastors, when I look at some pastors, it's not like I'm feeling that I'm more than them, but I look at some pastors like the experience I have as a child of God. Some men of God with the anointing have not had it. So much so that today I can tell you that one of the easiest missions, one of the easiest gifts, one of the easiest things I do is to pray for people who are sick.
That's it.
praying for people who are sick. I just feel like if God did it for me, He can do it for you. Yeah.
Wow. That's a good one. Thank you for sharing that. I think, it's biblical because they said you that God has saved, rise up and be a savior to other person. You understand? So that's a good testimony. And regarding the smoking issue, we might not say the Bible don't mention it, that smoking is not good, but you said it that even for your own health's sake. And if you say you are following Christ, why would you even want to do all those stuff in the first place anyway? Because it's not even glorify the temple, because the Bible says we are the temple of God and we shouldn't defile the temple. You understand? We thank God for that deliverance and healing. We thank God for your life. Thanks for sharing that once more. So, how has your faith shaped your dealings with Nollywood fans and colleagues?
You don't carry your faith around, but it should be projected by how you live. Like I said, some people will see me and say, if this is what Christianity is like, then I'd love to be a Christian. So I try to make people see Christ as in, just look at me and you will see Christ. Okay? I try my best not to condemn people unnecessarily. And the industry, people have a lot of insinuation about Nollywood, that there's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of sexual immorality and all of that. So I personally try to give people you don't judge everybody. You don't put everybody in one basket. I try to tell people look, okay, I know a handful of very, very not religious, very, very spiritual people in the industry. And when I mean spiritual, positively followers of Christ, I know a lot of people. So people go in Nollywood, people don't get married. Well, some of us are married. In Nollywood, there's so much immorality. Well, there's immorality everywhere, even in the banks, even in the hospitals. There's immorality everywhere. I know people will tell you, my wife can never be a banker because you know what happens there.
Really?
Yeah. So how has it? I have been me. I tell people I want to be the book people read in Nollywood. Forget the other people. They are good people. Just like policemen, they are good policemen out there, right? So why would everybody want to see only the bad policemen? So if you want to see a good Nollywooder, I'm one of them, and I know a handful.
Have you ever dealt with conflicts between your faith and Nollywood roles? Anyway, you mentioned that there are some things is about limits, but I want you to dig deep into this question. That have you ever dealt with conflicts between your faith and Nollywood roles, and how did you handle them? Maybe now you said to your producer and say, you know what, I know I can't do this, and they said you have to do this because we are good at it. So have you ever had such conflict?
Have I really? Funny enough, most producers will tell you Akume is not a problem actor. And one actor that most directors will tell you Akume is not a problem actor. If he says he cannot do it, he will explain and show you, give you a better way of doing it. And then most times it's not my faith. It's maybe something more professional, something more technical, right? But then again, yes, I've seen times where somebody will say, I'm not a Catholic, but you want to portray something that is Catholic and you're not doing it well. I'll tell you this is not doing it well. I will not do it like this because I know people who are my Catholic followers and fans, and they will criticize this thing. Or you give me a role as a Catholic. Okay, I think I've had issues, yes, here and there. Somebody gives me a role like you're going to play a Sele prophet.
Okay.
And I come from a family where we have people who are celestial cherubim. I totally have Yoruba blood in me. They want to do something about the church in a wrong way.
Okay.
In a wrong way. And I'll tell you, like, no, sir. They don't do it like this in white garment churches. Or you give me a rule and say, I'm playing a Catholic priest. And you want me to do something that I know that is un-Catholic, but because you want to make a caricature or something. Oh no, sir. I'm not going to play that role. I'm going to play that role, but I'm not going to do that thing that way. You understand? So you have to come to an agreement. You have to come to an agreement. You say this thing. I might ask somebody who's a candidate and say, see, bro, me, I know that for an extent I am not a Catholic, but I know that this thing is not right or not done this way. And I ask a Catholic person and say, it's not done this way. And if the director wants me to do that thing, and I have to tell you no.
That's good. What about from religion's part? Maybe just ordinary stuff that is not about religion.
I don't think I've not seen. I've not seen. I've seen people say things about their roles, but I mean, I don't think I've really gotten to that place. Somebody said, okay, the worst I played. Somebody said, I think it was in BBC. My character was supposed to be a lawyer from the UK, and his father now found out that he was gay. But pretty sure there was no. The father wanted him to marry a particular girl. He didn't want to marry the girl because he had a gay lover abroad. Now, that character they do depict. If they had said they're going to kiss a guy, I would have said no.
Okay.
But when they gave me the character, like, are you okay? I said, I'm okay. I'm acting. I played the role of an arm robber. So why am I saying I'm not going to play this one because it's so? You understand? So if I can play arm robber, I can play wife beater. I can play any other. So if they say this character is gay, it's why you're not telling me to kiss a guy. I will do it. Because even kissing a woman in a movie, I'll tell you, director, I can come this close. We can do it this way. I can I can put my face on this person. But the woman I'm playing alongside is somebody's wife. I'm somebody's husband. In fact, I think I might do it. But what about my husband? You know, yes, sir. So I like I said, I always have my limits.
Okay, that's good. So, as a Nollywood actor, how do you leverage your platform, to encourage positive values and faith in your audience? Positive values, and faith in your audience.
I think I've answered that question somehow. Faith in my audience. No. I don't get where when you say faith in my audience, is it because of the film they watch?
Value and faith in your audience. You see, sometimes when you are acting, this is my value. This is what I stand for. I know you say so many things as well. This is what I stand for. You understand? Then your audience looking at you. Let me say something. Let's say, for example, I'm watching a movie. You understand? I don't know you. Majority of people will only know you by names, you understand? And I'm watching the movie. How can I, you say you're a Christian, how will the kind of role you play, if I look at you, trust me, I wouldn't believe in the first thing that you're a Christian because I'm closer to you. You understand? So how can you leverage that?
Okay, I think the only way to happen for those things to happen is what you are doing now. Because you have just watched me in a movie. You don't know. Like most times, people just go like, this guy, this bad guy. Oh, this guy that's always playing police. Oh, this guy that's always playing.
I'm rubber.
So I end up helping them know me. Having opportunities to have interviews like this. Because you will never know me except I get interviewed or maybe follow social media. Another thing that will help you is follow on social media, because I've seen people go like, and even the social media says some people go like, bros, you are a fashionista. That I love to dress, right? So that's another part that, okay, if you're not careful on social media, you still give another impression. Follow me on social media, you would know that, okay, this guy is, I'm one person, I'm one celebrity that I know people celebrating that about me. You can come to my inbox and talk to me. I know a lot of celebrities that don't talk to people in their inbox. In fact, some people are not celebrities, but they don't even talk to people in their inbox. The easiest way for you to know the real me is come inbox. I hear people go like, wow, okay, like I do comedy a lot. And I mimic my teeth people when you hear what thing they do, you know, why you can't call this in, they come here now. Some people like, wow, so Akume speaks good English. I thought he was just that local theater. You have to come outside movies to know me. And how do you come outside movies? Social media.
Okay.
Interviews like this, when people interview me, all right, and people like, oh, I know people who even interview us in Nigeria who say, you cannot interview Akume because he's an NT product. You will pay money and this and that, because they feel that I'm not easily reached. I try my best to reach out. There's nothing I can do. I can't help it. People have their impressions about you. There's nothing you can do about it. The best you can do is maybe when they grant interviews, you say, oh, I'm like this, or maybe I go for a live function. People like to call me to come and anchor. I'm an anchor person. Another thing I tell you, I've not told you I do. I MC occasions, I anchor. So it's then that people know that, oh, Akume is like this. Oh, he's a lively person. Oh, you can reach out to him. You can. A lot of people do not even exercise languages until I tell you I speak all this language. You understand?
5 languages, isn't it?
What?
I said the 5 languages.
Yes. So I cannot do anything to leverage or show my audience this is who I am. The only way is if they meet me in real life. So when they meet me in real life, I try my best to be an ordinary man. I try my best to play, which sometimes my manager will tell me, Ada is one of my managers. They tell me, don't play indoors. Because most people look at me like, they think I'm this very stern, snobbish. Maybe my dress sense, I think I'm allowed to dress up. But today I'm like casual. But I'm a power dresser. And it affects my personality. People go like, when they see me in one suit or one agbada or one robe or dress from head to toe, like this guy is unapproachable. So I try to make people feel like you can approach me. And then my manager and people who are watching me go like, no, bros, don't talk in this location. Don't go here. If you're not an MC in the location, don't be seen. You understand? Outside being an actor, who are trying to groom you. You still have people, watchers. You know?
Okay, that's cool. Let's move on. So what guidance will you offer Nollywood aspiring actors on balancing faith and career goals?
Again, I told you I nurture a lot of young people. And this industry is crazy. Right? It's you see, most creative people are crazy. Our dress sense is different, our manners of talking is different. And you can come into this industry as a saint. If you don't govern yourself, you don't help yourself, you come out a tout. All right? Because it's an industry where you see, it's an industry where somebody will tell you, like, to be able to take your lines over, you have to sniff some things. And that's only in acting, in the modeling industry. This runway, you meet all sorts of things. So when I meet young people, I give acting, I give master classes.
Okay.
I give master classes, and my master classes are not very expensive. Once in a while, I even do free, but I realize that anything that you are giving to people free, they don't value. So I give master classes for a token. But outside the master classes, I try to talk to young people. Do not get carried away. Our industry is the industry of fantasy. It's an industry where they make everything beautiful, right? Smoking cigarette can be very beautiful. They can make it very classy. They make everything very classy. So you can get carried away. All right?
Yeah.
You need help you. And then sometimes the people who you think will help you are the people that will ruin you. Because you're looking at this person is my ego, this person is my role model. The person is doing his ego, is doing his cocaine, is doing his hard drugs. And then some people tell me, look, to be able to take your lines, you have to take this. It happens.
Really?
It happens. But then just pray that you meet the right people. So I want to be one of those people that you call the right people. And I will give you my testimony. Look, I've done this before. So I'm not coming from a place of the point of view of a saint or an angel. You will bring this, you can't even forget your line, sir. Some people will drink and get high and misbehave. At the end of the day, they will lose a job, will lose their career. Then you cannot be copying people like me. My mother will tell me, you cannot be copying people. No. Last, you go follow them, enter there, you then come get Mahala. So don't join forces with people unnecessarily. So I try to educate young people. I try to use my platform to groom young people and teach them you can become a star without necessarily doing prostitution, sleeping with women, sleeping with men, sleeping with these because you want to become a star. You can do it and become a star, but how long will it keep you? And then I've seen people who didn't do it and they are stars. Why don't you emulate those ones? I've seen people who did not do it and they are stars. So the enemy is a liar. He comes to kill and destroy.
Yes.
You think that thing will take you somewhere? Lagbaja did it, he didn't get mad. But you will do it and you can go mad.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you, I know, I've heard of people, I've not experienced it, I've never experienced something, but I've heard people getting into different cults or this just for stardom. I've heard, I've not seen it, but I know it happened. I will not partake, and I will not encourage anybody to. I hear people get roles, girls need to get roles. I will tell you, if you want to date the director, now you Sadio. But you know that without you that you are dating other girl, you date other 10 other people. So do you have a guarantee?
Yeah, but how do you? I understand now because it said the Bible said we should not compare ourselves with others, isn't it? He said those that compare themselves with themselves are not wise. You understand? People should not follow multitude to do what is evil. But I want to say something you mentioned now. You said, we're not saying people should do it. But what about those director or those producers that said, you know what, I can't do this to you until you marry me? We even see some people, even in the music industry, I'm talking about the gospel, in the gospel industry as well, the gospel artists now. You know, they said before they can do this, they have to do this, they have to do that. Why is it that some producers are like that? Why is it that some producers are like that?
Well, I don't know, but I hear it, but I particularly not experienced it, but I've heard people say it. And I've known that some girls actually want to even date the directors. Some of them want to take themselves to the directors. So I try my best not to condemn. I say this. There's always a Judas in every 12.
Yeah.
There are always bad eggs everywhere. And these bad cannot curb them out. Because, like, let me tell you, even in the so-called Christian gospel circle, we still have directors and producers who we hear that have such stories. Yes. So I'm not here to condemn anybody, but what I tell young people is, don't do it because other people are doing it. If you want to do it, go and do it. Know that you have done your sin, you have committed sin, not because anybody dragged you. And if you want to date a director, I'm not saying you cannot date a director. I know people who are married directors. Clean relationship. A director can decide to marry an actress, but do not use or take advantage of these young people. Or even people, right? I will try my best to preach it, but I know that I cannot stop it.
Yeah, that's true. Yours is just to sound the warning.
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay. Thank you for that. As a busy actor, Nollywood actor, how do we create your daily intimacy with God? You know you are busy. I know even before we had this thing, we were coming from a set, you know, where you finish, you're doing something else, you know. So how do you create your daily intimacy?
I told you I am Holy Spirit oriented.
Okay.
Every minute of my life, because of the things I've experienced in life, I don't think there's an hour that goes by that I don't pray, I don't meditate, or I don't share the word. Okay. So I'm constantly in tune with the Spirit. I'm constantly in tune. So much so that, like I told you, I've been battling health issues. So I have drugs, I have medication. Sometimes before I take my medication, I plead the blood. In fact, I learned that from a senior colleague. He's late now, a Ghanaian actor. He told me, before you drink your water, sanctify it. The drugs I take, my medication, before I take it, I pray on it. Because I know that what is keeping me is beyond the medication I take. Right? So my day-to-day life, my family will tell you, I speak in tongues unnecessarily. I pray. I might not read the Bible like people read every moment, But sometimes when a word of God comes in my mind, I like the Bible says his word is new every morning. Do you know there are some words that I hear? Maybe somebody is just talking and just don't see a word, a quotation of the Bible. I want to get some more insight. And I say, yeah. God of all flesh, God of all flesh. I'm like, God of all flesh. How do people take that word, I'm a God of all flesh? I want to like understand it again. So for me, my day-to-day life as an actor and a believer works hand in hand. In fact, let me even tell you something. Before I came here, my director was jokingly saying to me, Akume, you pay me my money on time. And I was like, God, just make it. He joked about it. I said, God, make it in a way that the time will work so much for me. Before we started talking, one of the actresses now called and said, Akume, help me take some time because I have never been to Jos. I am both sane. I had prayed to God as, God, let this thing work out for me. Let me not be that you say I'm keeping somebody waiting on set because of my own interview. So in my little day-to-day activities, I hand over the littlest thing that people will not worry about. I hand it over to God.
That's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Have you ever taken a stand on social issue in Nollywood or in Nigeria as a whole because of your love for Christ?
Yes. Even today, I did not have social media. If you follow me on social media, I have 2 accounts. One of the accounts is monetized. Ada is managing that account. Today I made a post about I am a North Central Nollywood ambassador. So there's something in Benue State. And I said, I don't like bullying naturally. I don't like people oppressing people. And cyberbullying is one thing that even the social media rules and regulations fights. Cyberbullying. So once in a while, I come out and I state my mind, even though my mom wants that I tell them, be careful what you post to. These people will pay eyes on you. But once in a while, I state how I feel about things. About like feminism, chauvinism. I believe that I'm a feminist, but I love to support women for women. But I sometimes women take it, some women take it too far and they begin to practice witchcraft. In the process of trying to be a feminist, you are saying women should do this to men, do this to that to men, forgetting that you have brothers, you have cousins that are men, and that you have had a failed marriage or a failed relationship doesn't mean that all men are so. And the same thing with men too. I try my best to, one of my watchword in my life is balance. Balance. Balance is the thing. Like I tell you, I pray a lot. But it doesn't mean because I pray a lot and I meditate a lot, I'll go on set where they are supposed to work and I will say I want to pray instead of working.
That's true.
And you don't not affect other people. So you cannot be a feminist and want to make everything look like everything should be. You say you're preaching equality. You have to be careful. You have to be careful as a feminist preaching equality. So I come online once in a while and I caution one or two things.
Okay, cool. How do you feel the role of faith in Nollywood's growth and impact on Nigerian society?
Some people feel that a lot of wrong things that are happening in Nigeria today, they say, hey, it's in Nollywood, people are copying, children are copying it from Nollywood. But it's actually the other way around. We act what we see in the world happening. But it's just that just we bring it to the TV, everybody now sees it. A producer, most of the time, apart from the fact that, okay, we get inspiration, but most of the times, most stories we tell is because we have seen it happen. But when we now bring it to television, everybody sees it now. Not like, oh, Akume acted a role like this. But they don't know that that's what the Akume acted. Something happened somewhere in Ijebu, in Kaduna. Somebody had a story and he brought and reacted it. Now the actor is the mirror of the society. But people think that it's the actors that are corrupting society. It's the other way around. You understand me?
Yeah.
So, same how we project, it's not the right thing. It's what we see that we do, that we bring out. So I want to correct this thing that people have, that Nollywood is, yes, we are telling stories to help the society because of what we have seen. Now we bring it, what one can say, this is what it should be. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be what about what Nollywood does, not what the people do. But let me also say it this way. Nollywood has contributed a lot in some things. Most times they like to say negative things. But what about the positive things? For sure, a lot of people that prayer, most Nollywood movies, even the ones are not really faith-based, most Nollywood movies will end up with a pastor came and prayed and settled something. You agree with it? 80% of Nollywood movies end with a pastor praying and something settles. And I think the society should appreciate that. Yes? Society appreciate that. The most Nollywood movies end up at the end of the day. One pastor is, in fact, sometimes I will say, is this how prayer answer in real life? I know how, but my pastor friends will be asking me. You will just come. One day you just come. You never just one fall down there, then one demon will just fall down. Yeah. But I mean, it has helped a lot of people. God answers prayers. We have to give it to Nollywood for that. Nollywood has come to tell people that God answers prayers, even though it's like they make it look like it's magic. Young devil just fall down. It doesn't happen like that, but it has helped some people. It has helped the layman. It has helped a lot of people. Yeah.
That's good. So what are the benefits of Nigerian producers, collaborating with each other and international film industry to help Nollywood succeed globally and enhance production qualities?
Well, I would say Nollywood has grown.
Okay.
From where it used to be. We are no longer where we used to be. Right now, there are collaborations here and there with producers. Personally, I've had a few collaborations. One or two movies in Ghana. I have a movie that they're planning to do somewhere in Qatar now. I'm working on something with Ada to do in the UK. We have done one or two already. So I see Nollywood going places. And I like to tell people that Nollywood as an industry is the second largest employer of labor in Nigeria after agriculture.
Okay.
Right? After agriculture, not even oil and gas. After agriculture is Nollywood, because we are the second largest employer of labor. That is to say that Nollywood has contributed in the Nigerian economy and Africa's economy. In fact, most African countries watch Nollywood movies more than even Nigeria.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I go abroad, I go to Ghana, like people will be calling me by the movie name. Some of the movies I've even forgotten the name I brought in that movie. You understand? To Niger, go to Sudan, you see Nollywood movies. So I think we are getting there. And technically, right now we have Netflix Nigeria.
Okay.
Right? So America is buying into Nollywood. It's like the next oil business, like the next industry. America is buying into Nollywood. India is buying into Nollywood. We have Bollywood collaborations now. So we are getting places. We are getting awards.
Wow, that's great.
Getting nominations and awards, not just in the music industry, but now in the Nollywood, the acting industry. Yeah.
That's a good one. So how has Nollywood alter its content distribution approach, shifting from physical copies to digital option? How can we enhance this distribution system?
Is not for me, but because now almost everybody is a content producer, content creator. Almost everybody is like a producer now. I don't like to be called a producer, but I produce now because I do my own stuff and put online. But basically, when it comes to distribution, we have gotten better, even though younger producers or smaller producers will still have a problem, because even with these digital platforms, first of all the cable networks, even though they buy content, they still want content from seasoned producers. So the initial problem we used to have was marketers will say, we have to use a known face, we have to do this before it's distributed. So we thought that with time, with these new digital platforms and all of that, those things will reduce. But unfortunately, it hasn't reduced that much. But then there's a wider marketing now. There's a wider distribution now from YouTube. You have cable networks. You have platforms like Netflix, Amazon, and so there's a wider network. But it doesn't mean that the stress has reduced, especially for these younger producers. But basically, we have done well. We have moved ahead. Collaborations are getting better. Productions are getting better. It's competitive right now because you have more foreign investors. Like I was telling you the other time, I said Nollywood is the second largest employer of labor now. We are feeding the nation. We are feeding people more than any other industry. Because in a Nollywood movie, you have a producer, you have a makeup artist, you have a costumier, you have a production manager, you have the technical aspects, you have light, sound. We are employing people, even food. You know, some of the big restaurants now are collaborating with Nollywood because in a town there can be like 10 movies showing. Filming. Now these food vendors walk up to producers and establish relationships like, can I be feeding you people in the morning? On that food vendor will say, can I be feeding you people in the afternoon? So the market is big. It's a good one. We just pray that these collaborations get better, and then these platforms to distribute. Basically, the problem of Nollywood is distribution. And of course, we don't have enough of government involvement. Most of the monies that come, executive producers are independent producers, people out there who are just investing. If we have the government investing like the way in other countries, in the civilized world, you have the government involving, we'll go far.
But you're still trying, though, as you said that Nollywood is sorry. Anytime you travel, they respect, the Nigerian and Nollywood industry, isn't it?
Mama, Nollywood is big. If we had a quarter of what other countries, other first world, or what other countries who are more technology us had, we would have done more than this. Nollywood so big that even Hollywood recognizes Nollywood. What we have, there are some things that we have done technically that Hollywood is copying from Nollywood.
Wow.
Before now, Hollywood would shoot on what you call celluloid. Celluloid is the mechanism you use to shoot a normal movie. What we call film is not video. But you know now, because of Nollywood, Hollywood has found out that these people are a third world country and they are doing this with videos. You know, right now people are shooting movies with their phones. You can have HD quality on phones. You understand? And it was Nollywood that made it this way. Hollywood used to normally just will shoot on celluloid. What we call celluloid is like, you know, those reels. So that's what a normal film is. That's what we call film. But because of our innovation and creativity, we have all these big companies now, the Sony and all these big companies doing cameras that would make movies, and then they now put chips and they now put computerized stuff in cameras that will make it look like it was shot on a celluloid, and we call it a film. You understand? So Nollywood has contributed so much in the film production that even Germany knows. We have been having collaboration. We have Nigerian students going from the Film Institute, from the Film Corporation. We've got, I personally have had invitations for coming to do 1 or 2 movies outside Nigeria. So we are big. We are big.
Good. So do you have any partnership or provide active support to religious charities or projects within Nigeria? That one is for you now.
Personally, like I told you, I have my dreams. My dreams, first of all, is grooming actors.
Okay.
I do master classes for acting on the screen. And yes, I have 1 or 2 outfits, but I'm praying to God to have better and bigger ones. 1 or 2 outfits within the country.
So you don't support any charity?
I won't say I don't support. I support, but it's nothing big. Nothing big, but I intend to do bigger things. I support 1 or 2 Christian charity, Christian organizations. Actually, I won't call it charity because I don't see it as charity yet. I just see it as what I do. Like I'll call it collaboration, but it will be free. You understand? Like, say a Christian outfit wants me to do master classes for Christian actors. A Christian outfit wants me to be in a project, you understand, where I will not take much or I'm not taking anything. Yeah, but I plan to do bigger stuff. Hopefully, 1 step at a time.
Okay.
I do charity, but I don't call it. I really won't call it Christian or
giving.
I just do charity.
Okay, that's good. So what skills are most vital for Nollywood film production, and how can the sector recruit and keep talented people?
Now, when you say what skills, are you talking about the artistic part or the technical?
Both.
I'm not an artistic person. I'm an actor. Like I said, I'm an actor. The best I do once in a while is give artistic directives on set, like get to help actors get into character and all of that. So basically, I'm more of the artistic side, and then I like to help.
How do you recruit? How do you recruit people?
I like to scout for new actors. Like, see, the truth is, nobody sees all the people behind. I've done hundreds of movies. Do you know the name of the directors?
No.
Do you know the name of the cinematographer?
No, except they put it on this thing when they put it there.
They don't have a face. Mm-hmm. So I keep telling actors, I say, we are the movies.
Okay.
Right? You know, today, you know Tom Hanks, you know Tom Cruise, you know Lupita Nyong'o, you know Stella Downsers, you know Genevieve, you know Akume, because we are the people that you see. So I try every time, like I said, I give master classes for acting for the screen. So yeah, so I try every time there's an audition to discover a star. I love to birth stars. I have people today that can't tell their history without me. I don't like to blow my trumpet, but I know celebrities today in Nigeria. Some of them have even, I groomed them, but today they are even more higher paid than me. And that is the dream of every father, to see a child getting better and bigger than him. So I have faces in Nigeria. I don't want to call names, but names, people that have now become even superstars more than me, people that I have groomed to a particular level. And some of them are not even into acting now. Some of them have taken to like places like Teen Cell, and from acting they went to say that, Uncle, I think I want to go behind the camera. So I have people that I brought in as actors, but somewhere along the line they said, okay, maybe I decided to go like for more of makeup and set design. Like I used to be a props manager.
Okay.
I like props behind the set. I like seeing a set looking like what it's supposed to look like. If you say we are shooting a movie and we have a king with an ostentatious palace, I want to see the palace look like a palace. I'm this kind of person that can go all the way to get an elephant, a live elephant, to put in a scene to make it look realistic. So I groom, I train actors, I train property managers, I train set designers. I belong to the Association of Set Designers. I belong to the Association of Property Managers. I train people. I train actors, I train young actors, I train young crew members, but basically anything artistic, from property management and sets design, acting for the screen.
So you said you train, you are part of the property association as well. So does it mean the property, when you said that, is it because sometimes maybe the location you use, their homes and all that for the when you're filming your movie?
Let's say you want to act, you say, you give me a script and you say, in this script, the man is a multimillionaire. He has 10 cars. He lives in a mansion. And then he has a pistol. You see, and the man walks out and he brings out a pistol and he brings out his briefcase. All those things in the movie are called property. You understand?
Okay.
They're called property on set. You bring a car to set. You bring if you say a man buys a cloth, cloth now is no longer a costume.
Okay.
But it's non-property. So you have to bring it as a property. Say, okay, he went and bought a designer outfit for his wife. That designer outfit is now the work of the props man, the property manager, to get that outfit. And now you see that in movies, you say they work in collaboration with a designer outfit. Let's say Gucci is working with this movie now.
Okay.
Gucci costume, and then when they say they need props, maybe the clothes that somebody say, I went to buy clothes for my wife in the movie. Gucci will say, we're going to in collaboration with Gucci, so we're going to promote Gucci. You understand? We're going to buy clothes that we're going to use as props. If you want a car, you say, okay, we're going to Mercedes-Benz. We're doing a movie. I am the property manager. I'm going to give you props. I'm going to give you credits at the end of the day. Or we're going through an agreement. Somebody pays somebody. You understand? And then this card. So that's what property is.
Okay.
So it's a department in movie, and it's also it's an income giver. You can be a manager and you're getting connected with a lot of outfits, and it pays to do that job. You understand? The production pays you. You understand, to get those props. So it's a branch of production on its own.
Okay, so not really physical property as a home. Okay, that I got you now.
Yeah.
So who are your role model in this industry in Nollywood?
In the industry, my role models. Have you heard of Tyler Perry?
Sorry?
Tyler Perry. Internationally, I have internationally and at home.
Both home and international.
Internationally, I have about 2 or 3. But one of my most outstanding role models is Tyler Perry, because he's an actor.
Okay.
He's first of all an actor. He's one actor that can act 4 roles in a movie. Madea, you know Madea?
My dear.
Tyler Perry.
I might know him, but
You should know him. He's an international. So I have Tyler Perry.
I've had the name before, but I would say maybe I'm missing the face with somebody else. His face with somebody else.
Just my main perfect.
So that's the international. What about home?
In Nigeria, here I have a handful of role models. I don't want to call names and make some people feel they are not important, but I have a whole.
You mention 2 or 3 people.
Okay. My number one person every day is Uncle RMD. I love him. I love his growth. Yeah, I love Uncle RMD. In fact, I had this job that's supposed to come up with him. I can't wait to be on that set with him, because we've never done anything. I've done 1 or 2 things on Tijoke, but I've never done with him. RMD, yeah. I have a handful. I don't want to call names.
I said, give me 2. You don't mention R&B. So mention 1 more. I mean, they'll be proud if they come across this recording. They'll be proud that at least you mention them as your role model.
Tyler Perry is my everyday guy, because he acts, he directs, he sings, and this is somebody that did everything he did or has today without the mainstream Hollywood. Hollywood began to look for him. That is the kind of person I am. I like to do things and then let the world look for me. Right? I have single-handedly tried to build an industry on the plateau and in Benue. That is how I became the North Central Nollywood ambassador. God has used me to put food on people's tables. People, like I said, I've trained people that can become bigger than me. You understand? And that is my joy. And I see that a lot in Tyler Perry, and I want to get that level and even bigger internationally. Right.
Oh, cool. That's cool. So finally, in the coming years, how do you see faith affecting your career and your involvement in Nollywood?
Wow. Like every day, you know how the Bible says the word of God is new every morning. Every day, something in my career is new. Every day, God is taking me to a level that sometimes I can't even. So I see myself going international. That's all I can say. I know that the next step is I'm going international. I'm not going international as somebody that is Japa, beside the Japa, but my career will take me to the highest height. I'm seeing myself doing something with Tyler Perry very soon.
Okay.
I'm seeing myself in Tyler Perry cast very soon.
Okay. So have you not have any movie with an international industry before?
Nothing big. I've done 1 or 2 jobs outside Nigeria. Yeah. But I'm hoping to go big.
Okay. The desire of the righteous shall be granted. That's it. Thank you so much, Mr. Akume, for your time on the talk show. I'm really grateful, in fact, to host you and to have this discussion with you. And my encouragement for anyone, as a Nollywood actor or actress, hold on to your faith. You understand, wherever you are, just hold on to your faith. Know that this is me, and that's the boundary. Like Mr. Akume has said that, sometimes when they ask him to do a certain thing, you say, no, I can't go beyond my boundary. So as a believer, inspiring others with our faith is taking boundaries. This is what I can do. This is what I cannot do. So that is that for us for now, and have a wonderful day to all our audience. Bye for now. Thank you, Mr. Akume. Thank you so much for answering this call.
That Nollywood is a very vibrant industry. Nollywood is an income-making industry. Nollywood can give you a livelihood. Gone are the days where there are people where they look at actors as nobodies. In fact, today, the entertainment industry is actually running everything in. Let me speak for Nigeria and maybe America. In Nigeria, entertainment has made some tailors become superstar fashion designers. Entertainment has made some vendors become superstars. Entertainment has made everybody wants to be involved in entertainment. If there's an award night today, trust me, tailors, fashion designers are going to make money. Stage designers are going to make money. Food vendors are going to make money. For every time there's an entertainment project going on, every aspect of industry thrives, including tourism. I'm telling you that entertainment, and not just entertainment, Nollywood is the next oil business in the world. Thank you very much. Love you.
All right, that is that for us today. Thank you for that contribution again.
You're welcome. God bless you.